tell you that early awareness wasn't a flaw. It was early activation. People chosen early often mature early, not because life is easy, but because purpose demands preparation. Sign number 2, you experienced isolation. Early, even when surrounded by people, even as a child, you could be in a room full of people and still feel alone. You weren't always excluded. Sometimes you pulled back, not because you hated people, but because you didn't feel understood. You preferred quiet, time alone, thinking, observing, creating worlds in your mind. While others chased noise, you were drawn to depth. God often separates early those he plans to use deeply, because purpose requires clarity, and clarity is formed in silence. Isolation trained you to be comfortable alone, hear your own thoughts, develop an inner world before facing the outer one. That solitude wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Sign number 3, you carried emotional weight. Too young. As a child, you weren't just living in the moment, you were absorbing everything. You felt tension in rooms before words were spoken. You sensed when something was wrong, even if no one said it out loud. You worried about adults when you were supposed to be carefree. You became the strong one early, the listener, the peacemaker, the one who held things together quietly. That kind of emotional weight doesn't happen by accident. God often allows chosen ones to develop emotional intelligence early because one day they'll be trusted with other people's pain. You learned empathy before most learned responsibility. You learned restraint before most learned discipline. It felt unfair, it felt heavy, but it was shaping something rare. You weren't robbed of childhood joy. You were being trained for spiritual leadership. Sign number 4, you had early spiritual awareness or unexplainable protection. Even before you had the words for it, you felt God. As a child, you were aware of right and wrong in a deeper way. Certain things made you uncomfortable, even when everyone else was fine with them. You sensed danger before it happened. You escaped situations that could have gone very wrong, and later realized you were protected. Some moments still don't make sense. Near accidents you walked away from, situations that suddenly changed at the last second, a strong inner voice telling you don't go there or stop. That wasn't imagination, that was divine covering. God guards what he has already claimed. Before you knew him fully, he knew you. Before you understood prayer, he was already intervening. Many chosen ones look back and realize, if that had gone differently, I wouldn't be here. You survived things that should have shaped you negatively, but instead, they preserved you. Not because life was easy, but because your purpose was non-negotiable. Sign number 5, you questioned authority, not out of rebellion, but conviction. As a child, you didn't obey blindly. You respected rules, but only when they made sense. When something felt unfair, wrong, or dishonest, something in you resisted. Teachers may have labeled you difficult. Adults may have said you asked too many questions, but deep down, you weren't trying to cause trouble. You were listening to an inner compass. Chosen ones often struggle under authority early, not because they reject order, but because they're wired to answer to truth before titles. You couldn't pretend, you couldn't play along, you couldn't silence what felt wrong inside. That inner conviction wasn't arrogance, it was discernment forming early. God was teaching you not to follow crowds, but to stand firm even when you're alone. And one day, that same conviction will allow you to lead without needing approval, speak truth without fear, walk away when others compromise. You weren't difficult, you were designed to lead differently. If these signs hit you, it's because this message wasn't random. Not everyone is chosen early, and not everyone survives the process. Some people forget who they were, others numb it, others settle, but you're still here, which means the calling that started in childhood wasn't canceled, it was delayed. The confusion, the isolation, the waiting, that wasn't wasted time, that was incubation. Now here's the part most people aren't ready for. Being chosen doesn't guarantee comfort, it guarantees responsibility. And the moment you recognize your calling, life starts demanding a response. So ask yourself this, and don't answer it lightly. Are you going to keep surviving? Or are you finally ready to step into what you were born for? If this spoke to you, don't scroll past it. Type "chosen" in the comments, not for me, but as a decision. And if you're ready to uncover what comes next, Subscribe, because the next message will explain why your purpose activates after the hardest seasons, not before. Stay ready, because awakening doesn't come twice.